Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. This is another Friday morning here in the Philippines. I go outside, but it's literally so noisy. Roosters and chickens, and I don't know. So I'm inside today, so I try to do another video. So today we're going to talk about something that is kind of a spinoff from yesterday. And I want to talk about this briefly because it was a lot of things that was said that I needed to say more. So we want to talk about this today. Hello, good morning. This spinoff from yesterday. Communication, gadgets, life in general here in the Philippines. You know, I did a video yesterday. I got a nice letter from a lady that's in U.S. She taught English here for 20 years. She's in U.S. now with her hubby. She was telling me that I thought I knew English here and I taught English, but I was teaching it all wrong. I did not understand the words itself, and I taught. And she said to me that she taught kids this way, and it was wrong. And there's a lot of teachers speak English here that don't speak English at all. They don't even understand English, but they teach English. I think it's the ones that raise their hand in class. You're going to have a lot of children that understand English, and it will help their parents along. You're going to have parents that are really speak very little English, and children speak English fluently. But you walk up to someone, you may think that they speak English, but they don't speak English at all. And you ask them, do you speak English? Well, yeah, I speak English. Okay, and you should explain the whole thing for 2 minutes. And then they said, oh, no, sir, don't understand. Only understand few words. Well, it means they understand 5 words. So you're going to find a lot of that. I mean, a lot of it, a lot more than you think. A lot of business people think that you understand them and that they understand you as you're speaking and buying something. Sometimes they don't understand it all. There are a lot of great people that teach Tagalog, and like Philo, Aussie Pinoy teaches it. Philo doesn't teach it, but he can help you along. Bud Brown speaks Tagalog and Visaya fluently. And I think a lot of times you need to take the time and find somebody, Americano or somebody, to teach you the language here if you want to learn the language. You're still going to end up sitting in the corner like Dirty Dancing, because if you're an American or foreigner, you're going to a party, you're going to sit in the corner alone. You're going to be by yourself. No matter what, you're going to be by yourself. No matter how things work out, I don't care who you are. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if you have 40 people speaking English in your house. You're going to go to that party and not one person is going to have a conversation with you. So you're going to find yourself sitting in the corner. It's going to be lonely. For an American or foreigner here, it can get lonely. So a lot of guys just go to the pub or bar and everything else and find another means. Church. But even at my church, there's probably 15 that speak English, but I can't go to church because they all do it in Visaya. And I'm not sitting in Visaya. Even though they may have a thing up on the screen, sometimes it's in English, but not always. And it's better I study here, worship here, and do what I do here. The thing also that you don't really realize here in the Philippines is when you're looking for something or trying to buy something, you're explaining it to them. They may have the product there at the store, but they didn't understand one word you had to say. They may tell you that they do. I wanted twine. It took me 20 minutes to find twine because the guy didn't understand a word I said. And so for weed eater, weed eater twine, it's a basic need there. You will find also here in communication here in the Philippines is if you're traveling from point A to point B, the taxi driver, sometimes you have to show them the phone. You got to type it in, give them an address. They'll understand that map better than what you will. You're going to find that happen. I don't care if you're in Davao. I don't care if you're in CDO. We've had to do it a dozen times. Ruth says, you're going the wrong way. Quit trying to charge me more money. You're going to have a lot of that. She puts her app on. She knows the route. The guy one time took us way around all over the place, always circling the place, and is trying to get 300-400 peso when it should have been 100. She called him on it. And of course, no, one-way street, one way. No, it's not one way. It's two-way street, says right here. So they'll try to get that on you. Do they scam you? Yes. Be prepared. Are they going to try to scam you? Yes. Be prepared. Not everybody will. I'm just saying you have to be aware of things. If you have an app on your phone, get your apps, get your GPS set. If you're going somewhere, make sure you have that on when you get in a taxi. But communication, get back to that. Communication. Gary T said something to me. He walked up to Filipino when he got here one day and says, "What's up?" Filipino looks in the air, "What's up?" Words like that, contextual. What that means is you're playing tag. You're playing the game. Someone has tag, you're it. Okay, you already know that. But if you're in a supermarket or a stadium or you're at the barangay and somebody said, "Tag, you're it," to a Filipino, he's going to look at you. What in the world are you talking about? Well, in our culture, we'll understand. Tag, you're it. You're next. Or you're next. You're going to be next. Well, here, they look at it way differently. So, turn on the light. They will not say turn on the light. They will say turn up the light or turn down the light, depending on whatever it is. He or she is mistaken so much here, it's unbelievable. He went to the market. No, really, it was a she that went to the market, not a he. So you'll have that happen a lot. And you're going to have a hard time with your Filipina. If you're talking to her and you have a conversation with her and she's going to say, "I don't even understand a word you just said," you're going to have some mediation there. Most Americans, the reason why, and I have to tell you the honest truth, I picked OFW. The reason why I picked someone OFW is because they understand the lingo. They understand the language. They understand a lot. The province girls, city girls, sometimes it's going to be tough. I don't care who you are. It's going to be tough. I don't care if they're a teacher or if they're not a teacher or what. And they work at a university, it's going to be tough. When they get outside the country, it's a different world. They understand what it's about. They understand they're going to get yelled at if they don't perform well. They understand that they do this. See, here the culture's way different. Children kind of rule the roost with the gadgets and everything. They'll give a child a gadget at 1, 2, 3, 4 years old. They'll have, the cover of the phone case the kid's playing with it as a baby. So they're adaptable that way. But the problem here is this. They don't understand that what they're doing, they're teaching children. A child here at 10, 12, 14 years old will try to tell the adult what to do. In U.S., they will not try to do that. They do that one time, and it lasts about 2 seconds, right? Here, they'll try to do that. They go, "I want to go to bed at 10. No, you go to bed at this time. A lot of them go to bed at midnight, 3 in the morning. There's no way in the world I'd let R stay up 3 in the morning playing games on a phone. She don't even have a phone. I took the phone away. Here, it's a different world. Here, they let them go to bed at 2, 3, 4 in the morning. And then when they have to go do their schoolwork or modules or whatever, they can't do them and wonder why they can't do them. So, it's really different. It's really different. So you have to be prepared for that, especially if you're raising a child. Raising a child here can be quite stressful to a certain extent, believe it or not, because if they're going to school in a way that you think they're learning. Well, half of them are going to school half a day or quarter a day. That's the reason we'll pull R out of public schools and put them in private. Well, private ended up being worse than the public. They were going to school, but she's learning a lot of bad things, the bullying, the things, bad words. She learned a lot of stuff from a lot of different people because the private was the richie, That doesn't make it bad, but I'm just saying. But here it's really, the communication itself can be stressful. If I'm going across the street to the store, do you have any you have to say sardines. Okay. If I say sardines, they will, no, we don't have sardines. Well, they're thinking fresh fish. Well, in U.S., we would say sardines. Okay, sardines is in a can. Sardines only comes in a can. You can't even buy sardines other than in a can. Well, you can in some areas. If you go to Boston, you buy sardines. But really, fresh sardines. But if you're in a supermarket, they're going to say, okay, they're on, you think can, You have to really kind of think about where you're at, what you're trying to do, and what you're trying to accomplish at that minute, and think about it very, very, very. I asked for a haircut. I go in there. There's 50 pictures up on a wall. Which one you want? Well, give me number 19. That looks stylish. I will look really cool like James Bond. Guy looked at me really weird. And he looked at me weird. Sir, what? What? I said, give me number whatever that was, 19 or 29. Give me that one. So he did. He didn't do anything. Didn't shave. Or he just, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I was trying to have a conversation, didn't speak. Another guy in the shop started speaking English. And said, he's trying to talk to you, but you're not listening to him. He said, no, understand. Well, But really, long story is, make sure you get with someone who in here speaks English before I get my haircut. Even though there's 100 Filipino getting a haircut. Haircut business is one of the best businesses there you ever have. Because everybody gets a haircut, they keep themselves neat and clean. I like the Philippines and I love the Philippines, but you have to really be prepared for it. You have to take that time to understand what people are trying to say, what they're trying to accomplish, and the same with you. You'll find that you will not get what you want when you want. Now, if you're up in Makati, if you're at Angeles City, where it's all really Americanized, Manila, if you're Iloilo, Americanized, behold, maybe. You might find a sense of well-being there with communication, but not always going to be that way. I mean, it's incredible. I've walked away so many times. Guy working on my car. It's your battery. The car's cranking. No. It's your battery. It's your starter battery. No, the car's cranking. It's my fuel. No. It's your battery, sir. It's your battery. You don't know how many times I wanted to grab someone and pick them by the throat and throw them across the room, because I know what it is. I know the problem, but I can't get it fixed. Welcome to the Philippines. Not trying to be negative, but it can be quite frustrating. It can knock you down. There's one of my friends been here 18 years, and he says that he doesn't go to parties anymore. He stays cooped up in his room. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be cooped up in my room in my house. I don't want to be like, I can name you 5 people that don't get out of their room or house or leave the property. I don't want to be like that. I'll go back to USA first. And if Ruth and I have to live in a tent, we'll do that in order to survive. Because I'm not doing that. You have to experience more. You have to experience more than what's available. Okay, you go to the beaches, you go to places, great waterfalls, great saunas, great places to be. It's like went to resort, and the resort is the same as the resort over here. It's the same resort over here. Well, they have a slide. Well, yeah, they had a slide, all right. Well, they had a zip line. Well, yeah, the zip line's right down the road here. This one's better. It goes, instead of 1 kilometer, this one goes 3. So, it's like, but I grew up with all that. I grew up with zip lines. I grew up with all that. In Arizona mountains, we used to do that. We had zip line tree to tree to tree. But but here it's a new thing. Bicycles. Hadn't seen a bicycle here for 4 years. 2 years ago was my very first bicycle. I seen a bicycle here. God bless everybody. It's been on for 12 minutes, and I'm rambling on, rambling. I want to thank everybody for always spending a valuable time, always watching my videos, and thank you so much for always being loyal supporters to the channel. God bless.